Can you imagine me as a white man? I would be very average. I would be like an average.
When you say I feel like it's a white man.
I would be like
See,
an
you
average.
sound like a white man, bro.
Listen.
I'm almost offended that you said that. Hey, what up? This your boy David Lucas, and this is another episode of Official with David Lucas. And today we got the black redneck Joel Patrick.
How you doing?
He got that shoe polish in his house.
Yeah, we're just out here lowering property values.
That's that Beijing stuff?
Wait, what?
That's that.
No, it's just a tattoo.
Oh.
Oh, you know nothing about that right there.
Man, you cast like a sissy.
I cast it further than you did.
Look
I'm
at
gonna
that.
catch something too.
Look at that, boy. I forget you're from Ohio. You just perpetrating down here in Florida. How'd you get the name the Black Redneck?
It was actually, I think it was like Politico wrote an article about me.
Oh, for real?
And
they called you a
me.
Black Redneck?
Mm-hmm.
You drove the truck today?
I did.
Oh, we got to get a shot of that for the podcast. Do you like being a Black Redneck? Is it something that you tried to be? Did you purposely try to? You gotta let it sit. This is shrimp. Yeah, just throw it out there and let it sit.
So I should throw it out again?
Yeah. I mean, you probably far out enough. But was that a name that you tried to get on purpose? Or you?
No. So I grew up, and every black person around where I was at was country, so it wasn't. Like,
Right.
I wasn't nothing special.
Right. I grew up around a lot of black rednecks too. A lot of people don't know about that.
I'm still not anything special, but.
I feel like, what part of Ohio are you from?
Beaver Creek.
What's that near?
Greene County.
All right, what's the major city, bro? Your head
Dayton.
name is like I grew up there.
Dayton.
Oh, okay, Dayton. Yeah, oh, hell yeah. We was just in Dayton.
Yeah.
Plenty of black
Where
rednecks
was you
out
at?
there. We were in Dayton.
Where at?
The Funny Bone.
The Funny Bone, yeah. I used to be friends with the Hodge twins, and they would.
Ooh.
You got something?
Hell yeah. Quick, let's go, baby. That's a catfish, I think. He pulling like one. Where you at? You gotta catch a fish, boy. Yeah, that's a little cat.
So just let it sit. Don't pull on it.
Yes, sir. They'll find it. I'm like almost 100% sure this is a catfish. He's fighting like one. Yep.
You got a little catfish. What did you use for bait?
This, bruh, you saw me dip into the same bucket. I ain't even
He
finna.
didn't even eat it. It's
I ain't
still out
even
of his
finna
mouth.
entertain you. Same.
Oh.
Oh, you got it. Ooh. Oh, he let go. He let go. Get his ass, Joe.
Yeah, I think he let go.
I hate catching catfish, bro. Cause these motherfuckers sting you.
Stick you, right?
Hell yeah, I done been stung. If I get stung on podcast over, bro, that shit hurt.
What do you mean they sting you?
On the sides with their little, hell yeah, I got stung.
Is it like a bee sting?
Worse, bro. That shit hurt. They dig down.
It's poison?
I mean, it's as poisonous as an ant bite.
So it's just really painful.
My hand was swollen for like 3 days.
Oh, so there's venom.
Yeah. That was.
That ain't
Look,
good.
Joe.
That ain't good.
Joe, let me show you something.
Yeah.
See, look, this right here, these right here, and that can tear your ass up.
Yeah, I think I threw my bait off. You can throw it back?
Yeah. I ain't no saltwater cat.
How long can they live out of water?
Catfish for a little bit.
Oh, really? Like, I heard they can be in the mud. Yeah, I definitely threw
For a
the bait
little
off.
bit, bro. I've caught catfish and had them on the land for like 3 hours and they still chilling.
3 hours?
Yeah. Oh, but what you were saying? You got your name Black Redneck by who? Who wrote the article about you?
No, they wrote an article about me. It was, what's it called? Is this one dead?
It don't matter.
Oh, really? Okay.
Sure.
It was written by Politico. Politico wrote the article.
Uh-huh.
And they called me the Black Redneck. And then, who was it? Vice did a documentary
Yeah, Vice did do a documentary about your ass. When was that? A few years ago?
Maybe 2 years ago. But
Did that blow you up?
no, I was already popping, but it was one of those things where it was like, it was really good press. But I don't know,
So they started calling you the Black Redneck. Do you like that, or do you like just being called Joel?
No, I don't mind being called the Black Redneck. I guess the problem that I've run into is, well, you know all about the white privilege card and everything.
Yeah. Didn't you make hella money on that?
I did, but the problem,
Boy, what in the hell? I'm about to take your redneck name away, bro. Every redneck I know how to survive.
That was not good. We're gonna try this again. I don't want to cross your line here.
Yeah. Throw it straight, dog.
It's one of those things where I feel like I pigeonholed myself.
Uh-huh.
And I shouldn't, because it kind of gave the impression that I was like a one-trick pony. I did it again.
Release it when you're more to the right. I see what's happening. You holding the string too long. You didn't grow up fishing?
No.
So what you grew up doing?
Climbing trees?
So, you know white people call us monkeys sometimes. So you kind of a monkey. You look like one. A little handsome, curious George. There you go. Now we cooking.
All right. Yeah, so.
Because you got a tree cutting business that's pretty profitable, right?
Yeah, that's what I do for, like, that's my day job. But I also, after being like an influencer, I hated it, and I did not feel like it was a real job. And
but you're still an influencer.
Kinda. I still make videos, but I don't like do it for money. I do it because I want to do it, and I say what I want to say.
Yeah.
When there's money involved, you have to, well, you don't have to, but most people have to be careful what they can and can't say.
But
you actually get to say whatever you want for a living. That's actually pretty cool.
But you're known as a Black Redneck, which means, let it sit, you'll see it when they bite it. You have a contrarian view.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. So.
You have a contrarian view aside of what they feel like Black people should think. Mainstream think Black people should vote one way. Black people should have, that's none. Mainstream thinks that Black people should vote one way. Black people should have certain views. Black people should be pro BLM.
Yeah.
So when you don't believe in that, then they give you these names like Uncle Tom and Sambo and what else? You probably heard more.
Yeah, they
than
took
me.
my bait.
Cause I be joking about not liking Black people, but boy, your ass be out here.
No, no, it's not that I don't. It's not that I dislike Black people.
Would you just hold them accountable?
No, I dislike.
Fake.
I just like the stupidity and the degeneracy that is present in the Black community. So you have like Black people there'll be a black man that's, I don't know, like Ben Carson. And Black people will be like, oh, that's an Uncle Tom, he's stupid, he this, that. And I'm like, he's a brain surgeon, and you live in government housing and claim that you run land that's owned by someone else and you shoot at people for wearing the wrong color. You're not in a position to criticize Ben Carson.
Right.
And so I feel like, I have a white fiance and people are like, oh, you don't ever want to touch a Black woman, you just want the white woman. And it's like, no, that's not it at all. I've dated 3 Black girls before.
You count them like white people.
I dated any white girls. And it wasn't about dating somebody because of a specific color.
You like what
got
you like.
engaged with, who I fell in love with. You want to find, got me.
Be careful.
You want to find somebody to do life with, right? And if the person you want to do life with doesn't happen to have the same skin color as you, guess what? It's not the end of the world.
So you got rid of all your hoes?
Yeah.
Damn. That sucks.
No.
You ready to be married?
Yeah.
When's the wedding?
Probably next summer.
What you gonna wear, a cut-off flannel shirt?
No, but I do want to do a barn wedding.
I know you do.
And have horses and stuff.
I know you ain't finna get married at no church by no Black preacher.
No, I actually like,
I'm messing with you.
I actually think that's one of the positives of Black culture is the Black church. I think the negatives are all surrounding like what I call like, you know that character Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah.
Let
it sit.
In the Boondocks,
yeah.
almost every critique he had about black people, almost,
was
not
accurate?
everyone, but a lot of the critiques were accurate. And I was like, there's no way that the writer of this show doesn't feel any of these things that they're saying at all.
Right.
And I like looked up who it was, like the original creator, and bro, he felt a certain type of way about black people, which is why he created the show. And he was really irritated with a lot of the negative stereotypes and negative behaviors that are present
was a black dude.
within the community. He was a black
dude. That show came out before all this SJW stuff and all this offensive movement stuff. So you could actually have a white dude write a show like that.
But all
pre-2017.
You know how people say, oh, well, he talks white or he acts white, or they never would have said that in the 60s during the civil rights movement. MLK talked white. Malcolm X talked white.
Right.
And
I think that means to articulate.
But I don't even think you need to be like super articulate to be super intelligent. Like I have friends that are not as articulate as others, but they're very intelligent.
I'm saying when you see black people that they say talk white, they always articulate or they talk proper. Like I use a lot of slang, but I mean, it's a time to put it on, it's a time not. You know, if I'm relaxed, like on a podcast, then I'm gonna talk like how I talk around my friends because it's the real me. But if I got to go to a meeting, of course, I'm going to enunciate more because I know I'm from the South. I know I run a lot of words together. I know I cut the ends of some words off. That's just how it is in the South. So, I mean, talking white, if that equals talking proper, black people joke about it all the time. Like, they be like, oh, let me hear your white voice. Like when your mama answered the phone, like my mama know how to really turn it up when she got to answer the phone talking to bill collector. So that's what they call it, the white voice. But it's when you articulate and you talk proper. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to do it, do it.
But I also feel like we need to stop tearing down individuals within our community who are doing better for themselves or trying to do better for themselves.
Like
or
Candace
trying to
Owens.
better their life. Well, I mean, Candace is pretty set.
I love her.
I'm saying like she's set for life.
Yeah,
she's not. But I'm saying like if a young man wants to come out and get involved in politics and finds out that maybe Trump holds more of his ideology than he thought, why would we publicly come down on them or shame them for that?
Well, eventually enough people reported it, but they took it down. Like a week or two ago, I made a video. Whenever Elon Musk did that thing,
and the so-called Nazi salute, a
Roman salute, you ain't gonna never catch a fish. You ain't got no patience. But I made a video about that, bro. I lost like 1,200 followers on Instagram.
Out of how many though?
I mean, 200 something thousand. But what I'm saying is people are so emotional. There's no way they listen to the video. They just saw Elon Musk and me talking and automatically click unsubscribe or unfollow.
But the craziest thing about that,
bro, what is you doing? You got to sit down and put that bit in the water.
I don't even know, man. I think it's
put
twisted.
It in the water and put it behind your seat.
I think it was twisted. I probably lose 15,000 followers a day.
When you post?
And I gain probably 30,000.
You think so?
Yeah, I gain about as many as I lose, or double, because I'm still growing.
How many followers you got on IG?
Like 1.3 million. I had the most followers ever on TikTok, and I thought that it was going away, so I stopped posting on it. And then it came back to bite me. I should have kept posting.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Trying to untangle it.
Let me see it.
No, I got it.
You're a monkey for real. Got to figure it out.
Partly because what I think is the biggest differentiator is there's people who believe that their way is the only way to do things.
True.
And if you don't do it their way, then
it's wrong.
You're excommunicated. And this is the funniest thing that people kept saying to me. They're like, oh, you're not invited to the cookout. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, so the peak of your existence is a mythical cookout?
That's funny.
That I'm supposedly not invited to?
We'll have a shrimp boil later with all the shrimp we don't use. You down?
Can you do that?
What you mean, can you do that?
But aren't fishing shrimp different than eating shrimp, or is it all the same?
Tell me how.
I don't know.
Now you're just talking.
I thought fishing shrimp would be like smaller and like cheaper, I guess.
I know of at least 3 people that buy their shrimp to eat at the bait store because they're so much cheaper. But you got to devein them and cut the heads off and all that good stuff. So when did you get engaged to this girl?
Yesterday.
Man, you bullshitting.
No, I'm not bullshitting.
Let that mug sit out there. You a hard-headed little Negro. Little Negro child. Tell me about your childhood. How was it growing up?
Really good.
Were your parents conservative?
My parents were conservatives. I had both parents in my life, my entire life. My parents loved each other.
Most black people are conservative. Here's the thing that
most black people are conservative.
Mainstream media does not know this about black people. When you go into a black household, most black parents are very, very conservative.
I never saw that gentle parenting BS from any black family that I interacted with. Now, granted, my interactions with black families were limited, obviously because of where I grew up.
Yeah.
But like everyone around me, there was none of that. You know, when we would go out in public and people would say some crazy mess to their mom or dad, we'd look because we were waiting for their parents to knock their head off. Right. You know, we knew that we didn't even play that. My dad was in the military.
Yeah.
My mom taught us all. We were all homeschooled, and
there you go. Something eating it. I'm trying to eat it.
Nibbling.
Yeah, this must be a small fish. Come back, baby, come back.
How'd you grow up?
Similar. My dad wasn't around. Single black mama household, but I had a father figure because I was raised in the house of my grandfather. We moved in with my grandfather after my parents got divorced. So I was raised at their house from like 8 until high school. So it's like I didn't have my father around, but I had a father figure. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I still got and I don't know, like.
But would they like snatch a knot in you if you was acting crazy?
Oh yeah, bro. They would call that abuse right about now, bro.
No, I don't think. So I think if what you did to the child prevents them from being a degenerate when they grow up, it's not abuse.
Yeah.
Actually,
I've never been arrested, never been to jail.
I don't know if you're religious at all, but the Bible actually says.
Spread a rod, spoil a child.
No, well.
That's the one you're gonna quote?
Kind of. It says, do not withhold to punish your child with the rod. If you beat your child with a rod, he will not die. You will deliver his soul from hell. And so I think a lot of people think that spanking is abuse. I think spanking is effective.
It can be. I think.
Yeah, obviously. Anything can be abused if you do it wrong.
I think punishment should be delegated to each child depending on their personality.
That's true too.
I have 2 kids and I've only spanked 1. And I'm talking.
2 kids?
Yeah, and I've only 10 and 5. And I spanked my 5-year-old when she was like 2. I just popped her, and I've never had to spank my 10. Like I've never like did one of those lay down, take your pants off like I used to get. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you didn't get those?
What the heck? No, I didn't get
It was a Diddy party when I got arrested. I mean, when I got spanking, it was a Diddy party. Lay down, take your pants off. And you couldn't move while you was getting beat.
No.
Because if you move, it start over. So I never did one of those to my kids, like lay down on the bed type stuff. But I've only had to pop the 5-year-old once, 10-year-old never. I don't even raise my voice at them, bro. I got girls. Like whenever I have a boy, it might be different. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a thing where my
Wait, how old are you?
How old do I look? I'm 24. No, just playing.
34?
Something like that. Yeah, around there.
What are you? How old are you?
There you go, around there.
34? Okay.
Our next sponsor has been an absolute game changer for my family and me. If you get nauseous, like I do, then my next partner is for you, Relief Band. I don't know if you know this about me, but I get sick to my stomach, nauseous a lot. And I've been looking for a solution for this problem for a while, and I finally found it with Relief Band.
Relief Band is the original anti-nausea wristband that quickly relieves and effectively prevents nausea and vomiting associated with motion sickness, anxiety, migraines, hangovers, morning sickness, chemotherapy, and so much more. Relief Band is legitimately a band you wear on your wrist to give you release from nausea, and you can change the intensity depending on how you're feeling to make it stronger or weaker. It's 100% drug-free, non-drowsy, works quickly before or after symptoms start, and has 0 side effects. I was recently about to go on stage, and I had about 3 to 4 minutes left before I had to be on stage, and I started feeling nauseous. I had the little rumble in my stomach, man. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? You know what I did? Reached in my pocket, pulled out my Relief Band, put it on. And your boy was nausea-free. That's how we rocking. So if you want to cure your nausea problem fast, join the hundreds of thousands of people who are nausea-free with Relief Band. Right now, we've got an exclusive offer just for Fishing with David Lucas listeners. If you go to reliefband.com and use promo code FDL, you receive 20% off plus free shipping. So head to RELIEFBAND.com and use our promo code FDL for 20% off plus free shipping.
He was nibbling on that felt.
But yeah, how old are you, Joe?
I am 29.
Okay. Old face.
I am.
You're supposed to be a civil rights leader. You got one of them faces like Martin Luther King. They was all like 25. They was all 25, 26.
I got that hairline.
You got to stay out of them trees.
I got the MLK hairline.
You really tattooed your hairline?
Yeah, I'll probably do something else later.
Why?
Probably do some.
Why'd you tattoo your hairline?
Because my hairline, I thought was receding, and I thought it needed to be straight because a bunch of black people used to bully me about my hairline. Now I just wish I just left it.
That boy made $1 million and lost his mind. How much did you make from them white privilege cards?
All total?
Yeah.
Probably about 4.
4 million? What'd you do with the money? Cause your ass back in trees.
So I had fulfillment partners that I probably paid half of it to.
Okay.
And then I paid probably $1 million to Facebook.
Advertising?
For advertising.
Yeah. So you made like 1.5.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
And
blew it.
Oh, we got one.
No, you don't.
Yes, look at that.
You stuck. No, you stupid.
Stuck on what?
I don't know, but you stuck. That ain't no fish.
Is it moving?
Nah. Walk that way and try to. Damn. See?
How'd you know it's stuck on something?
I've been fishing a long time. Fish, they tend to bend your pole like this. It'll be like, instead of just one solid movement. Let me get you unstuck. You gonna listen to me? Yeah. I'm gonna let you get yourself unstuck. What black parents used to say? Hard head make a what?
Soft behind.
There you go. That should be the Black Bible. Hard head make a soft ass.
What is it stuck on?
Why don't you go in there and find out? Can you swim?
Yeah, not in boots. I mean, I can swim in boots, but I don't want to swim in boots.
Damn, boy, you gonna listen sooner or later, man. I'm tired of you.
Watch it be an alligator.
No.
It's unstuck now.
Oh, you got, yeah. Put another shrimp on.
What did it catch on, do you think?
I don't know. It could be cables. It could be...
Cables?
Yeah.
There's cables in the water?
Could be. If people had, like, a floating boat dock. All type of stuff, bro. You never know what you...
Thought it was a fish.
No.
False alarm.
Get you another bait. Get you another bait, baby.
Is the,
Oh, there we go. Hello, excuse me.
I think those things are running away.
There we go.
He's like, I've been chosen. Who's over there smoking the devil's lettuce?
I think it's another cat, my little brother. Another catfish, bro. I'm about to stop. What I told you, Joe.
Was it another catfish?
Yeah, the way they fight. You can
was it the same one before?
Probably not.
How big was that last one?
You want to get stuck?
Fuck no.
The other one was a little bit bigger. Be still, nigga. I hate fucking with catfish. If these cameras went on, I'd get them off a different way. I'm joking, people. I'm joking. Bruh. This that shit out. Hey, Darius, you bring my pliers out of my tackle box in the back of my truck?
I got pliers in my truck, I think. Where do you want that? In the, oh.
Yeah, mine will be easy. It's on the back of the truck in my tackle box. I'm tired of fucking with these. It's right there. It's easy to get out. He's just moving too much. I ain't trying to get stung.
Wait, where will he sting you?
The side fins in that back one.
He has a what on there?
It's like just like a venom thing. It's a spine.
And he can get you?
Yeah, I've gotten. I need my pliers. They slippery. You think you can get it without getting stung?
I got Kevlar gloves in the truck.
For real? Go get them.
I do.
Go get them. That's what you need when you're doing. I hate catching catfish, bro. You'll catch one if you listen. Your ass, but you gotta take your own fish off. FYI.
Nah, you'll take it off.
You're a grown ass man. So why did you stop selling those cards?
No, I do them in drops now.
When you
I don't
dropping
want to deal
again?
with the order. Probably here soon-ish.
Yeah. Most sports fishermen hate catching catfish.
Really?
Hell yeah, bro. They slime up your line. We need to go closer to the bay, bro. The mullet and well, the sheep head on fire right now. Bro, throw that bit out there and let it sit.
How long have you been fishing?
Since I could walk, bro. Perfect. Let it sit, bro. You can just drop it back there so I get it when I get another one. Since I like 3, 4, bro. Thank you, drop right there. Thank you, sir. What about you?
So would you say that your most viral moment was when you made that one joke and those people walked out, or something else?
Oh, I threw my shrimp off. Talking about the George Floyd thing? Mm-hmm. That wasn't even. I didn't do it trying to be viral. I just did it.
You were just telling a joke.
I mean, the opportunity. Somebody driving off with your truck. You heard that? That shit gone. It was an opportunity, bro. It was literally just dealing with a heckler.
Really? What were they saying?
Bro, all type of shit. Bro, it was going on for like 45 minutes.
What'd they say? What was the first
I don't
thing?
really remember.
What was the thing that made you snap on?
I don't know. Frustration. I mean, I've only been headlining for like 2.5 years, so
it's still here.
No. So I was only headlining for like 2.5 years, bro. So like, I mean, I've only been headlining 2.5 years, so that was last year, bro. I was still only like a year. I mean, I'm still new, bro. Like in headlining. So.
But you've been doing comedy writing for a while.
Yeah, I was doing that before I started stand up. But I mean, it's just heckling is cool for me. I don't really get flustered. But that weekend, bro, it was just long. Some clubs are just disorderly. The staff is not properly taking care of hecklers, because there's a point of heckling where it's fun and you normally can shut them up. But once you say something back to them and you get a big laugh and they keep going and the club staff doesn't do anything about it, it's like, all right, now they ruining the show for everybody else. So I just really kind of got frustrated and said what I said, even though I was joking. You know what I'm saying? I was still joking. Like I wasn't like necessarily being malicious towards the guy.
That was just funny though when you said you about to show these people why George Floyd got his neck kneeled on. And people were like, oh.
See, it's still funny. It still makes me laugh.
And you were like, chill, I wouldn't have kneeled on that nigga's neck. I'd have shot that nigga.
Exactly. 100%. You wouldn't have?
In that situation? So I was thinking about it.
I wouldn't be a police officer, bro, because I don't want the...
Yeah, because I was looking back at that situation. I think what happened there, and this could be totally BS and this could be a totally made up story, but I heard from somebody that was in an FOP that some of the officers were also a part of, they said that the reason that Chauvin hated Floyd was because Floyd was sleeping with Chauvin's old lady.
Because they used to be like nightclub security together.
No, they used to be swingers, and then apparently Floyd and Chauvin's old lady were swinging behind his back, and that's what Chauvin's beef was over. If that is the case, that needs to be let out because that makes so much more sense.
It's a personal vendetta versus he did that because he's black.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be true. George Floyd did have a porno. He called himself Floyd the Landlord. He had big old dick too, bro. Big crackhead dick. It was big. But it's one of them dicks that can't get hard all the way because he do too much drugs.
That's a thing?
You watch enough porno, you'll see it.
I don't really watch that.
You watch white on white porno.
No, I don't watch that either.
You watch white on
I'm
white.
not really a big porn guy.
Yeah, you wish you was a white man?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Hell no.
No, I'm just playing.
Can you imagine me as a white man? I would be very average. I would be like an average.
When you say I feel like it's a white man.
I would be like
an
an average.
See, you sound like a white man, bro.
Listen.
I'm almost offended that you said that.
Listen here, you boy. There's a reason we don't like your kind around here.
Yeah, that's that Ohio coming
You keep talking shit, we're gonna take you to the bonfire.
What made you move to Florida?
During COVID.
Yeah.
I was looking for freedom, and Ohio was not free during COVID.
Really? Okay.
No, they locked down.
Yeah, LA was locked down. Yeah, bro. Florida's wide open. I remember I came to Florida, bro, during me and my girlfriend at the time.
Mm-hmm. You had a girlfriend?
Yeah, I always keep a girlfriend. But anyway, me and my girlfriend at the time was here in Florida. We went down to South Beach, and I knew Florida's wide open, bro. They was all out on South Beach. I seen a dude get knocked out, and this chick started twerking over his body. I was like, man, this is... And then when that PPP money hit, bro, the world was wide open.
That was really stupid.
Did you get any PPP money?
No.
All the people I know that got that scam money didn't go to jail, bro. I was scared as hell, man. I ain't trying to go to jail.
No, they will, though, because you have to think about it.
If
you were to scam like $2,500, it's not that big of a deal. But you're stealing $250,000 from the government? No, they're going to come after you. Eventually. Just give it time.
I be watching,
especially now that they're going after their finances to find out where all the money went, they're going to come after you.
Yeah. You feel like Trump doing a good job since he's in office?
I like a lot of his ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Once I see some of those ideas really implemented,
let it sit.
Then I will.
Well, don't catch a fish.
Make a determination. I'm getting eaten up by these mosquitoes.
Yeah. See, I got Southern blood, bro. They're not bothering me. You got that Ohio blood. You got Mohawk.
Did you grow up on a plantation?
Sorta. Nah, but I grew up at a house with crops and stuff.
Sounds like a plantation to me.
Yeah. My granddad was a slave master. Bro, let it sit. Yo, no fishing ass. Y'all hard-headed.
I don't see where your line's at.
Mine is far away from yours. It's nighttime, and I got braid on.
You have bread?
Braid.
The hell is that?
Braid. It's a type of fishing line. They ain't part of it. Throw it back out there. Throw it back out there, Joe. Hard-headed ass. Who fishes like that?
Fishes like what?
How you, bro? Like you was about to do a dance move.
What is the purpose of this flamboyant scarf? Remember that African dude that used to say, "Why are you gay? You are gay."
Yeah.
He has a podcast or something now, and that's the first question he asks people on his podcast. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I like Jesse Lee Peterson.
Yeah, I like him.
JLP, you ever been on his show?
No, but we had a song together for a while.
For real? I've seen
called The Wall Going Up. Ooh, you got another one. How do you get it and I don't get it?
You don't
I'm
listen.
using the same bait as you.
You don't let it sit.
All right, I'll let it sit.
Fish hunt sometimes by smell.
He's I think though he misses the mark on some things he says too, because I feel like he actually legitimately doesn't like black people.
Bro, he an old man. No, I think he does a lot of that for the camera, bro. Because when I went on his podcast, bro, I asked him, I said, what you think about me, bro? And he said, you one of the smartest black people I ever met. And I was like, why is that? He was like, you got common sense. He was like, you're not swayed. I was like, yeah, man. My granddad always taught me I'll let you know when there's a damn fish on there. I said my granddad always taught me to think for myself, bro. My granddad taught me that at an early age. He was like, always think for yourself. He said, always get an opinion of somebody. He said, never go by what somebody says about somebody. Always form your own opinion about that.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's kind of how I live life. Like, it's like, bro, everybody, you know, some people get mad when I bring certain people on my podcast, but it's like
who?
I mean, you know, certain guests because they have a certain political belief. And I'm like, at the end of the day, bro, we are humanity. You know what I'm saying? We're
right.
human.
And I will not hate somebody because they hold a different political view than me. I would love to have a discussion. But there is a level.
But we're humans. It doesn't matter your political beliefs. At the end of the day, we're humans, bro. We have humanity.
But there are viewpoints that if someone holds that viewpoint.
Even if you hold that viewpoint, bro, I'd still sit down and have a conversation with you.
What if somebody like little kids? Because to me, I don't see that as like a political opinion. People say, oh, well, they're a minor attractive person. I don't believe that. I think that person is just like the scum of the earth and there's
that's
no
a sick
redemption.
Person. That's a sick person.
I don't think it's sick. I think they're evil. Sickness implies that there's something that could
So
be
if somebody
cured.
is schizophrenic, can you label that as being evil?
But schizophrenia is very, very different from being attracted to children.
That's a mentally sick person.
I think that's an
But
evil
we
person.
can label it evil, whatever. But they have a mental illness.
So PTSD, I would say, is a mental illness.
Schizophrenia, bipolar.
Bipolar. Okay.
Look. Now you got one. Set the hook. Set.
Like that?
Oh shit, nigga.
I didn't do it right, did I?
There, set it. There you go. Got him. See, if you just listen.
I didn't do anything and I got it.
Boy, I hope they put you in I love to see you play Martin Luther King.
That'd be funny.
In like a Tyler Perry movie.
Where is this nigga at? Where is this nigga at?
You'll see him in a minute. Just keep reeling towards you.
What kind of fish do you think it is?
It's a cat. That's all that's biting right now.
It is in fact a small catfish. Ate that whole John.
Man, watch out, nigga. You doing too much. That's a weapon, bitch.
Look at that. Look at that, camera.
Let me find my little pliers. Let's see.
Oh, I got it. Where's the
Here.
I got it. Where's the
Towel?
Yeah. Well, it won't stick through a shoe, will it?
No, sir.
Will I kill it by stepping on it?
No, we do that a lot. Just don't let the camera see it.
Okay.
Here, use the towel though. It's a little more friendlier.
I'm
All right, not that hard. Oh yeah, that's
I'm not
perfect.
stepping
That's
on him.
perfect.
I'm
That's
just.
perfect. Yeah, you doing the George Floyd. He kneeling on that nigga neck.
Ah, he tried to stick me.
Well, you gay. Trying to stick me. Look how you said it.
Well, I can assure you.
Grab his tail and throw him in. No, grab his tail with your hand.
He's gonna move.
Duh.
Fuck no.
If somebody grab your foot, won't you move? Well, you is.
He's farting.
Your
I thought you
father-
said that there's a sticker in the tail.
No, in the front, man. Come on.
Here, I'm gonna help him to the ocean.
Don't kick him. No, we can't.
I'm not
put that on
kicking.
YouTube.
I'm rolling it.
Bro, pick him up by the tail.
I'm rolling him gently.
That's
Gentle.
crazy.
Gentle roll. Back.
Wait till your fan base see this.
He's back. See, he's alive. He's
I ain't
good.
do it, y'all. Send him hate mail.
I gave him a gentle roll. I'm not trying to get stuck.
You still trying to do comedy?
Well, here's the problem. I can be semi-funny interacting with someone else. I'm not funny on my own, and I'm not original. Like,
So
my jokes are like racism.
Your situational funny.
Situationally funny is a good, excellent.
So
way to
give me one of
put
your
that.
good racist jokes. Let's hear one.
Just, I don't know, just like something really, really basically funny. You'd be like, yeah, I used to dream my dad would come home and pick me up. And somebody would be like, oh, you had a dream? Remember what happened to the last nigga who had a dream? And then that's the joke.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
I feel like you can play for the Klan. Hey, like, oh, what's that fucking colored boy name? Goddamn Joe.
I can do like some like impressions of a racist dad.
What's a racist dad song?
He'd be like, Charlene, what the hell, tarnation? There's a boy coming out the window. Get the shotgun. You know, just like the typical.
Boy, you was crazy. Blaxploitation.
It'd be like, you
a white man in blackface.
I'd tell you a George Floyd joke, make you laugh so hard it'd take your breath away.
Hilarious. George Floyd been sober for 4 years. About to be 5. Now we cooking. Oh, you give me the little dap. You like your name should be Tevin.
You'd be like, you hear they put a new abortion clinic in the hood?
Uh-oh, next to a Popeye?
No, they call it Crime Stalker.
Crime Stalker?
Crime Stoppers, yeah.
Hilarious.
What's long and black and always hungry?
What is it?
The line at KFC.
Oh, God.
That was not funny. Why'd you laugh?
I'm sitting here listening to Joel Patrick. Purdue.
I don't know. I had one joke. Oh, it was what's big and black and looks good hanging from trees?
What?
A tire swing.
Oh. That'll work.
There was one I did a video and I was like,
but see, that'll work
when you get invited to the bonfire.
How your girl look? How long y'all been dating?
About 7 months. It was something like when you get invited to the bonfire.
Let me see a picture of her. She bad. How old is she? 24?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Because you look like you're engaged with a 24-year-old. What she do for a living?
She sells dumpsters.
Oh, y'all niggas look like y'all supposed to be on Dutton Ranch. Yellowstone.
Yeah, we were up in Tennessee when we filmed that.
Film what?
We did a whole like engagement photo shoot without an engagement.
Where she live?
She live in Clearwater.
She a Scientologist?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's Greek.
And she sell dumpsters? What her parents do?
They owned restaurants.
A
Bunch of restaurants.
Where you find her at?
We met line dancing.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had sex before?
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Yeah. How I feel. She got that feta cheese? Mm-hmm. That hummus. Yeah. This man like he 13 years old. Like
I was like, I was raised super religious, so I learned at a very young age.
Don't your dick get hard? What that mean?
Sex before marriage is.
So you telling me the preacher dick don't get hard? Huh? Do a non-pussy get wet? What does that mean? You still a human, bro? What is you?
No,
yes or no?
I think this is the first time I think I've ever publicly admitted to that. So yeah.
Yeah, there we go. See, look at that.
Yep.
Ooh.
You got another one, man. Catching them like crazy.
Another stupid.
No, so like I think my problem is like I make jokes about racism and people are like, oh, racism is a serious subject. You shouldn't be joking about it. But to me, it's like the idea that you can think that someone is going to be good or bad based on a characteristic that they have no control over is, to me, stupid and ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Because obviously there's of every race.
Oh my God.
We don't, we don't discriminate here. And we don't like any of them. If you have an issue with a person, like an individual, because of their behavior, that's not racism. You hate a behavior.
Right.
And so I think that's probably the biggest thing. But just like, I don't know.
This one big enough to eat right here, boy.
Oh, really? You could eat that one?
Yeah, let me see them pliers.
Can you keep it or are you not allowed to keep it?
You could probably keep these. I think you always keep catfish.
Let me do it.
Get him.
He's a lot of stickers.
No, he got the same amount. Those whiskers are not poisonous.
Oh, okay. So it's just the fin that.
So that fin.
So gently.
Yep.
Hold him down.
Yeah. George Floyd.
He can't breathe. He also can't, and he's like, of course you can't breathe, nigga. You're a fish. You're a fish out of water. Which is ironic because George Floyd probably couldn't have breathed in water or out of water, but.
It's gonna be a racist ass episode.
Got it. And I saved your bait.
Now, throw him back in there. Grab him by the tail with your hand.
Did you just say grab him by the
Grab him by the tail.
He said he had a Donald Trump moment right there.
The tail.
Nigga, I ain't grabbing his tail. He's a mermaid. Oh, he's slippery.
Yeah, you gotta get a good grip.
That's what she said.
Well, that's not what she said. You would say that. Get a good grip. Little Florida knocker rig, bro. Little Florida knocker rig coming handy right there, boy.
Yeah.
It's fun, ain't it? You like this?
This is kind of fun, yeah.
See, it's very relaxing. You just out here
The
fishing.
other thing, like, I think that people miss out on a lot is so, like, I told you what happened, how Matt Rife and I got connected, right?
How?
Well, there was this lady in Tampa, and she, like, used her son to, like, make a video, like, attacking Matt, and then accused Matt of attacking her son when he responded to the video she made.
How famous was he at the time?
Matt?
Yeah.
Pretty famous.
Like he is right now. He about to be a movie star.
Not quite as famous as he is now, but like he was an A-list comedian. Like he was popping. And so she made this video,
That's
and
my
I
boy.
like made a video just absolutely taking a dump on her because she said that Matt was clout chasing her or something, and that she didn't need any money from a man. And I was like, is the
So why you made
divorced
the video?
ex-wife, because she's like a divorced ex-wife worth like $500 million, talking about she didn't get any money from a man. And she's like, my husband and I are not divorced. Apparently, she married someone else's husband. He left her, she was a bottle service girl or something, and he left his wife for her. And
Idiot.
all of her money came from a man. And so I just like freaking roasted the shit out of her. Apparently, she like tried to get me banned from Instagram and reported me a bunch of times, and Instagram did not give a flying rat's ass, so.
Yeah.
But that's how we like connected, and then I sent him a white privilege card with his name on it. And so.
You can put me with my name on it. I need another one, bro.
I'll put your name on one.
Yeah, I need another one.
Yeah, I'll get you one, put your name on it, send it to you.
Yeah, I got a new card I'm about to start selling. It's called the N-word pass.
Just call it what it is.
Nah. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I'm going to show it to you.
Is this not a no wake zone?
Probably not out there in the middle.
Freaking flying.
Look at that. I'm making metal like, yo, look at that.
That looks pretty cool. I'd make the writing bigger.
All right.
And I wouldn't say inward pass card.
Just N-word pass.
Just inward pass and then make it bigger. Make it bigger there.
Yeah. You
Also be careful because American Express has a trademark on one of those borders, and if you use the border, they'll come after you for trademark
That'll be a
infringement.
good thing. It'll make it real big.
American Express has some scary attorneys.
Yeah?
Ask me how I know.
They made a lot of wake.
For such a little boat, it certainly
Something
did.
small and messing with it. There we go. Another one. Small.
Did I ever tell you it was my dream to be a country singer?
Bro, you done made all them songs.
Yeah, I know, but nobody really listens to them.
Really?
Yeah, I got maybe like 4 million streams all total, which is nothing.
You probably don't post it enough. You see how rappers post their new music?
Yeah, but I feel like it gets when they post it all the time and stuff, it gets annoying, I feel like. But
Another cat, bro.
you see Beyonce had the best country music album?
Oh. Self-release.
That was some BS. You know why?
Why?
Well, for one, if you wanted to go with non-country people making a country album, Post Malone's album was better.
It was a good album.
And two, Beyonce sucks.
My boy was on that album.
Sucks so bad at country music.
My boy was on Beyonce's album.
Really?
Willie Jones.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
boy.
we used to be friends. We're not anymore.
Yeah, he be going through it.
He, I went to one of his concerts with him and Kid G. And he was all cool and followed me, and then he unfollowed me after he saw what I posted. So I don't mess with him no more.
Oh. Sometimes I follow people when I meet them, and then I unfollow them just because I don't want to see their content. Doesn't mean I don't F with you. I rarely get on Instagram now. I just post. I have somebody that manages my Instagram, bro, so I don't even got to get on there and get that stress. But I can see that. I can see it, bro. Like, maybe I don't want to see your content. Maybe I still fuck with you as a person. I got friends in real...
I thought you didn't like me last time we hung out.
No, I told you I ain't playing all them games you play.
No, you like wanted to arm wrestle.
Nigga, you wanted to arm wrestle.
No, I didn't want to arm wrestle your
big
big
ass.
ass.
You talking about a mile. Let's run a mile. I said, bitch, we can arm wrestle. I'm like, this nigga, he's tripping.
Oh my god.
But you weigh 130. I'm 350.
I'm not 130.
What are you, 140?
No, I'm more than that.
Where you a small guy?
160.
Tell your girl when she want a real man.
I'll tell her when she want a real man to call somebody else.
Yeah, me.
Cause it ain't you.
It's me, dog. Girls would like
And you play football in college?
Yes, sir.
You already got all the white. You already went through the whole cheerleading team.
Yeah,
Where'd you go?
Everywhere. I bounce around. Nah, bro, but I've had my share. That's why I be like, man, I can't hate white women.
Why would you hate white women?
But they try to get you. Because when I had a white girlfriend, and I remember...
Black girls try to get you too.
No, but I remember I had a white chick. I was dating this white girl. Mm-hmm. I went to the comedy store. I got a fart.
It was really quiet. It was a little gay fart.
Yeah, it was. My booty hole tight. That's the problem.
I bet it's not.
You be farting like...
Nah, you be...
Your shit sound like...
How do you know exactly how a gay fart sounds?
Because I have gay friends.
Oh, gay friends. That's what it is, yeah.
But anyway, I dated this white girl. And like, it made me so mad because I was around black female comedians and they like, typical. I'm like, what? They're like, as soon as a nigga start making a little bit of money, they want to get the white girl. And I'm
That's
like,
not even true. 95% of black men that are married that make over $200,000 a year are married to black women.
I can see it. But I'm just saying, like, they use one example and it's like, yo, I really like this chick. Like, what does it matter what color her skin is? Bro, my grandma's fucking white.
Bill Cosby didn't discriminate.
Who Did R. Kelly do anything to any white girls?
No, he did. He messed around with black girls. If he had done it to white girls, they would have put him under the jail and they would have probably got him sooner.
Yeah, that didn't work on them, all that singing and shit. Girl, please let me stick my key in your ignition, babe.
He sang something. You can sing
a little bit.
He sang something like. It was something like he would tell you what he was doing. People should have known. He was like, my mind's telling me no, but my body.
You know that song, Sex in the Kitchen? Yes. It's kind of gay to sing. You know that song, Sex in the Kitchen?
No.
It's like sex in the kitchen, over by the stove, put you on the counter, by the butter roll.
That's a real song?
Bro, it's one of my favorite R. Kelly songs. It's called Sex in the Kitchen.
Speaking of songs, have you ever heard of Johnny Rebel?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's heard of Johnny Rebel.
Do I know him?
Yeah. He's the one who sings, I like sugar and I like tea, but I don't like no siree. There's two long things that'll make me puke. That's a hog eating slop and a big black. You know it. I go it. Like
Where's he from?
I crow it. And the NAACP can't
Where
keep you
he?
away from poor old hating me. Boo, boo.
He
Where are
friends with
you?
you?
What?
He friends with you?
No, I don't think he's alive.
Oh, Johnny,
They banned his music from everywhere, but it's so comically funny. Like he's like there's a man named King and he's causing lots of trouble with his baboon mouth, and he's like.
Oh, he died in 2016.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I ain't had no podcast back then.
No, yeah, but he's fun. Oh, you would have put him on the podcast?
Yeah, of course.
Apparently, there's some guy that's like the most racist man in America, and everybody keeps putting him on
his
podcast. I don't know, but Gideon had him on.
I love to have him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can look up his name and send it to you.
Send it to me.
Yeah.
I told you, everybody's deserving of a conversation.
If you had an opportunity to have a conversation with Hitler, would you?
Absolutely.
What would you say to him?
I want to know his mindset. Why? Why do you feel like you had to pick on this group of people?
I think I know actually some of that. So apparently Hitler grew up in an area that was very poor, and he grew up during a depression, And he saw a group of people that were not affected economically the same by the Depression because they did something, it's not insider trading, but they traded within their own community. So it's like community trading, I guess. So their community didn't suffer the way that his community did.
Okay.
So he blamed his community's suffering on the group of people that was trading within their own community.
And those group of people were
That group
Jewish
of people
people.
were the Jewish people.
But Jews...
He was also rejected from art school, so it's very possible that an art teacher could have been the difference between 6 million people living and dying, but...
Yeah. Jews...
who will know?
But in the beginning, weren't the Jews always kind of like... they started like... Because I believe back in the day, it was considered like rude or whatever to borrow money and take interest, and I think they were like the first people to do it. That's why when all the banks opened, they already controlled all the money, something like that.
Well, the Bible the Bible still teaches that the borrower is the slave to the lender. Mm-hmm. And in some instances, back in the day, they were literally the slave to the lender, because if you borrowed money and you couldn't pay it back, you could become indentured, which would be indentured servitude, which is a form of slavery.
What do you feel about the plane that crashed into the helicopter? Do you believe it was because of DEI?
I don't know enough about it, but here's what I do know. If you're hiring people who are not qualified
based off their ethnic background,
because you're trying to get the most black, lesbian, whatever pilots, that is a problematic behavior, period.
for anybody.
For anybody, for any industry. For example, I don't
But
want...
we can tell how fake it was because of all these companies that are now getting rid of it
and it's not affecting their company's bottom line, which means what was their incentive to do it all along?
Right.
And I think what we're finding out is, I think USAID was funding a lot of these, what we thought were for-profit organizations, privately to do these DEI initiatives. And then internationally, they were paying billions of dollars to basically propagate gay propaganda to the world. You know, they're putting on trans drag queen show, whatever, and they're spending $1 million. All of that is so utterly ridiculous. It's such a waste of taxpayer money.
Right.
I used to wonder, I was like, okay, where does all the money go? We can't be buying that many missiles and bombs. Well, now we know. We were paying to turn the...
Thick boy. You want to get him out?
See, you said I had to undo my own fish, and now you
want to do the other one?
You got me being your slave.
You're a monkey.
This
is how slavery started.
Have you seen that one guy, Titus Cody? You should have him on. He goes, I can't understand you because you're skin. You
gotta send me these people, bro. Where does he live?
I think he lives in Georgia.
Not the George Floyd move.
George Floyd move again. Oh, he's so slippery.
Yeah.
Just like a slip right out of your hand.
Oh my God, bro. We had to bleep so much in this damn episode.
Slip right out of custody. Oh, he got a deep throat.
This boy is sick. This boy's sick.
See, unlike George Floyd, this is holding still. George Floyd wasn't still until the end.
All right, grab him by the tail. Grab him by the tail.
I ain't touching this whole slimy. The black might rub off. Then my credit score will drop. Property values will drop too.
Let me come stay at that nice house you got.
Okay, anytime. Put that back in the water where he belongs.
This video probably gonna get flagged for animal abuse.
I didn't abuse him. It was nice and gentle.
When can we see some more? I can
collaborative post it for you though if you want.
Oh yeah, my YouTube agency will do that automatically. They're gonna ask you. They're gonna request it
On Instagram?
Yeah, you'll see it from like Fishing with David Lucas Instagram channel. Tell the people where they can find you.
My social medias are just Joel Patrick without the I. So it's just Joel Patrick without the I.
PATRCK.
Correct.
Yep. Twitter too?
Everything. All social media.
TikTok. Why you did it without the I?
Because somebody already had Joel Patrick.
There's no I in team.
Yeah. But there is an I in...
Oh my God. All right, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching another episode of Fishing with David Lucas. We out here. We caught like a record number of fish today, I think.
Yeah.
Have we ever caught that many today?
Yep.
That's a record number of fish.
It's getting dark out here, darker than his future. But
I can't even see you. Peace.
Peace.